That's still my relationship to my mom today. Like, we don't really say, I love you. But last week she called me up and said, Greg, I had a dream you and I murdered a guy. I poisoned him, and then you took the body to go hide it. I knew you did a good job, so I didn't even have to ask. Can you believe that? She still believes in me. And, this looks like a place for some hard truths. At Father's Day, it's coming up on Sunday, and it's been a little over 5 years since my father passed away of a heart attack. And I'll tell you, I have been feeling the grief worse than ever. You all look like I just asked you out. Well, my father was great, though. I got to tell you about it. He was always there for me. Like when I was a kid, I have terrible allergies, and when I was a kid, I got tested for allergies, and I saw him. I got tested. And he talks to the doctor, and then Dad comes in to see me, and he says, "Well, son, you're allergic to pollen and cats. That means you're going to be allergic to sunshine and single women." I was 5. I thought it was funny. It was a prophecy. Yeah, oh my old man, like he had these bizarre rules for me. Like, I was allowed to see any movie at any age, but I wasn't allowed to play roller hockey till I was 13. I had seen so many people have sex before I ever had Gatorade. My father's favorite thing in the world, he loved sailing. And he was no good at it. He was in a yacht club for 30 years and he never won. And I was there with him the one day he finally won. I'll never forget. It was so inspiring. He stood up on the front of the boat and he yelled, "You can pound salt in your ass!" I was so proud of him. But we could have workshopped that. The greatest moment in your life should not sound like a difficult fetish. He loved sailing so much, he would make me watch any movie if there was a sailboat in the trailer. Clap if your father ever called you up and said, "Son, we gotta see this movie called The Notebook." I said, "Dad, that's a date movie with Ryan Gosling." So we're watching The Notebook. And if you've never seen this movie from 20 years ago, it has a very sad, tragic ending. And at the end of it, my father was so sad, he was on the verge of tears. I said, "Dad, are you okay?" He said, "All the scenes with the sailboat were in the trailer." I was so mad at him, but what could I do? I said, "You're right, they lied to you." Who would have ever guessed that a movie called The Notebook wouldn't be about sailing? And, one of the best things he taught me is he taught me how to make people feel better. I remember we were at my grandmother's funeral, his mother's funeral. He goes up to his brother, my uncle, and he says, "Keith, you got her some nice flowers. She died. She didn't win the Kentucky Derby." I could tell he was in a lot of pain. So I held Dad, and I said, "Hey, Dad, that was hilarious. You are easily the funniest person at this funeral." And, the last text message I ever got from my father mentioned my Uncle Dave. And it hurt so much I couldn't even bring myself to look at it. And I told Uncle Dave that at the funeral. And Uncle Dave says, "Hey, let's look at it together." I said, "All right." And pulled out my phone, and I read the last text message from my father that said, "This guy I'm talking to is almost as boring as your Uncle Dave." That's a good closing joke for life. But I've been trying to live better, be healthier. In 15 months, I lost 124 pounds. You were all so much more enthusiastic for Mario Kart. It's been great. My friend Alex, who you saw, gave me the best compliment. I love getting compliments on how I look. Now, my friend Alex, you saw, gave me the best one. He said, "You look like a backup dancer in a musical based on the Big Bang Theory." I am proud of how I look. I know, I'm glad with, all this, but I go to the gym 5 days a week and I still have stretch marks. Like, I need to find the girl whose type is nice guy that just escaped from a puma. And it's so weird. Like, this is hard, sexy. This and this, hard third trimester. I like the gym, but I hate how everything at the gym treats men like we're morons. I do a lot of a workout called pistol squats. Somewhere along the way, someone got the idea, men will do this workout if we tell them it has something to do with guns. Bang. And then after that, I have my Mocha Protein Power Shake, or as it's also called, chocolate milk. And I have a personal trainer, which means I pay a guy $70 to count. But yeah, I had to do something. My father passed away of a heart attack at 62. My grandfather passed away at 64. I'm in my 30s. My family was so worried about me, and now they're just worried about these pants. And, I can hear my father now saying, you lost so much weight, you became gay. Like, I have a buddy that in his mid-30s spent thousands of dollars getting a boat. I got these for $18 at Burlington Coat Factory. At the same time, I got myself a whole lot of tank tops. I'm going to get my revenge on all those girls who rejected me in high school by dressing just like them. But it has been good. I mean, I told myself that when I lost the weight, I would finally have enough confidence to take acting classes. Now I'm in acting classes. All I want is the confidence of the one white kid with dreadlocks. I got a commercial agent. I'm very lucky. And I told him, I said, hey, any audition, whatever. Get me that Subway audition to replace Jared. Can you imagine? I would be great. Can you imagine how great I'd be? Like, hi, I'm Greg Benevent for Subway. And remember, I hate your kids. Eat fresh. The hottest girl at work came up to me and she said, oh, you've really lost a lot of weight. I said, yeah, I'd love to work out with you sometime. And she said, sure, I'd love to go to the gym. I could help you put on muscle. My boyfriend's a personal trainer. You guys, I failed so hard at picking that girl up, I got her boyfriend's number. Thank you. It's not her, in case you're wondering who the girl was. Just throwing that out there. But yeah, what I found, the key to weight loss is substitution. Like, instead of potato chips, I eat baked potato chips. Instead of soda, I have diet soda. Instead of pizza, I judge people for eating pizza. Like, pizza feels great. It feels even better to go, extra cheese. Little lesson, you know how you hear about, like, oh, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. It actually takes the most muscles to make a face that punchable. When I first started trying to work out, my old man got me a workout book that says you should do 12 toe taps a day. That's where you hang from a pull-up bar and touch your toes to the bar. If I can do that, why the hell am I reading your book? I should be out there with the other Avengers. I mean, there was one girl that I'd known for a long time. She said, I saw you when you weighed 300 pounds. You didn't look that bad. Well, why didn't you say that then? We didn't have to have sex. We could have had eye contact. Oh man, and I tell you, see, when I started this, what I wanted was, I wanted like a hot girl to hold me and say sexy things. Now I want a girl to hold me and say, your hips aren't too big. But yeah, I tell you the one thing, no one ever actually wants the truth. Like, I'll be at parties and someone say, Greg, how'd you lose the weight? Diet and exercise. I started eating less and less and doing more and more. Yeah, that's how people respond. Absolutely no one cares. I don't know if you can see this. 3 people over here fell asleep. I refuse to do that anymore. Now I'm at parties, someone says, Greg, how'd you lose the weight? Meth. I started eating less and less and doing more and more. Thank you so much, all of you this morning. A great night.